Oh yeah, yummy.
Hey Beauts, it's not Caroline here, and welcome back to another episode of Dream Daddy. Now, in the last episode, we went on a date with Matt. We went to buy some records. We smoked some oregano, thinking it was meth, and we didn't have any sex. And I went home disappointed and probably ended up having a wank. So, in this episode, we are going to go on an art walk with Damien and Hugo. Now, Damien's voice I kind of remember doing because it's like the Transylvanian, yeah, as well. It was very Transylvanian Dracula voice, but Hugo's, I can't remember what I did for it. Which will annoy me if I don't remember what voice I did for it, so I'm going to look it up. But I looked at my old videos, I gave him a rude boy, rude man, London accent, and he talks like this. That's how he's going to talk. I've got this accent, and I've also got the Transylvanian accent to do I have lots of accents to do in one go. We're going to see that art. Are you ready to come along? Because I am so ready. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go on the art walk. I'm excited. Dad tip. Have you ever read Rich Dad, Poor Dad? I'm not a dad. No. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. Ooh, I don't see Damien or Hugo anywhere around. I feel just a little uncomfortable standing amongst these fancy art people. Todger, some question. It's Joseph. He's Australian if I remember right. I turn around, it's Joseph. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. How dare you ask me that question? What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciatist, aficionado. You know, all that. Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you as well. Now I'm going to have to do 4 voices. Yep, admittedly, a little bit out of my depth here. Thank God. I thought I was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know. Thank God. Yep. I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. So if I say it all the time, then I get to go in the VIP section of heaven. It's got a little rope. It's great. The points get you into heaven. That's how it works. Is it? Oh, fucking, I have none. They're like UCAS points. I don't have any of them either. Anyway, where's the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the art gallery. Good eve, good eve, good eve. I've washed my hair especially for the occasion. Evening, friends. Who's ready for some art? This is going to be so hard for me to do. I'm an actress, I can do that. You know I am. I have no idea what I'm in for. Art is dead and nothing is real. Jesus Christ. Let's go with the middle one. Same. All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I've been to an art opening thing. There's free wine and cheese there. Let me tell you something. It is tasty. Go to one. If you ever get invited to an art thing, go. It's free wine. I like art now. I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go help myself to some tiny wines. You know, Jesus' blood and all that. Off I go. Please leave because I don't want to do another accent. Talk art with Hugo and Damien, get cheese and tiny wine with Joseph. But if I go with Joseph, then I have to do one accent and I want wine. So we're going there. I think I'll need to cheese up before I delve into art appreciation. Good idea. Appreciating art does not burn a lot of calories. Gotta carb up on those crackers. Joseph and I sidle up to the snack table. There's a pretty nice spread of little plastic cups of white wine, some crackers, grapes and cheese. Yummy. This is more my speed. Okay. Where's your fucking wife, huh? Hate her. After all these years, after 1 year, I still remember how much I hate Mary. We eat a couple of cheese cubes in silence. These are really good. Yeah, I didn't eat dinner. I think I could probably just fill up on snacks if I'm sneaky about it. Put some in my pockets. No one's gonna know. I already ate dinner, but I would always have room for cheese. Yes. Touch your nose. You have room for cheese and you have room for desserts. They're different stomachs. You have a food stomach, a cheese stomach, and a dessert stomach. And that's how life is. I'm gonna go in for more crackers. Cover me. I shield Joseph just like this. Just opens his shirt. No one watch. As she with Joseph from the small crowd of mild-mannered art people milling around the room. Milling! I love this. Milling around the room. This is what I say. I don't think anyone's paying attention. No one cares. We should probably get back to Damien and Hugo. Right, let me just fill up this cup with cheese first. He's gonna fill up a wine cup with cheese for the road. Road cheese?
Aye.
The best kind. Sounds good to me, sir. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. The gallery's a bit more crowded. A huge painting of, I'm not even sure what hang on the wall. It looks like just pink streaks. This one looks a bit like a faded tomato. Yeah, I'm in for it. Oh geez, what am I looking at here? Oh God's sake, this is abstract art. I think the most important question is, what does this art mean to you? Damien. I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a metaphorical for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. It represents strife. It's a butt. It's a big fat butt. It's a butt. Everyone else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I feel like this artist was trying to make a different statement other than ass. No, it's a butt. Probably no. Probably how much he likes butts. It's because I'm gay and I love them. You are a servant of the Lord. How dare you be so promiscuous and naughty? Oh, okay. Okay. We're all God's creatures, even butts. Comparing this piece to an artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitalization. Digitization. That's the word I said. Wow, how do you figure that? That's what it says here on the placard, isn't it? Let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery sampling some of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word? Realism. Realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. Patron. Patron. I could do that. Excuse me? Hugo, not here. No, come back here. Come back here and say that to my face, yeah? The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't? You don't seem to have the intellectual depth or artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there is no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. I feel like these two are together and I shouldn't get involved. But, you know, maybe I will. Friend, he's not perfect. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry. I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. There. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No. It's wine and cheese. Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actual wine and cheese. Yeah, it's not an abstract concept. We got one last stop of the tour. Oh, sorry. We got one last stop of the tour. You lot feeling up for it? It's gonna be any weirder than this. Art. It's absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it. These accents are hard. Damien, Hugo and Joseph and I walk over to the performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Lawrence of Arabia!
Lawrence of Arabia! So, quick question. Shoot. What is happening? I second this question. Performance art. Come on, bitch. You know about performance art. What does that mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Willison. I forgot that's his surname! Willison! The fear of existence, the very humanity of being human. They really like screaming. I'm not doing butts again. The very humanity of being human I'm going to go for. What do you think they're trying to say? I believe it's less about what they are saying and more about why they are saying it. I think there is something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It is the purest expression of your human emotion. It's art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what are you saying is, if I start making real loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I like really mean it? Damien fixes him with a hard step. Stupid idiot.
Hey.
I was going to start making fart noises, but based on the look of your face, that joke isn't going to play well with this crowd. Wise. Very, very wise of you not to do that. That was really good explanation. Oh, wrong voice. That was a really good explanation of performance art, Damien. I didn't even think that I would ever understand it, but you laid it out really succinctly. This game makes me feel so stupid. There's words I don't even know. Don't know what that is. Why, thank you. I believe that as silly as something may seem on the outside, it's important to try and understand where it's coming from. I agree wholeheartedly. You're very astute. Oh, just fuck each other already. Jesus. Is there something between these guys? I look over to Joseph, who eyeballs me back. Yep, there's electricity over there. We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Phew, I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. All three of you just run up to me. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in our stomachs. I think what we've learned here tonight is not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you're putting a bunch of tiny wine and cheeses together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. What the fuck am I talking about? Is this performance art? I don't know what I'm saying. The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I feel safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun. Oh, is that Icarus? What? Cheese wings, those that would melt in the sun too. I feel like it's more appropriate imagery. Plus, it'll be delicious. A nice emmental. This game makes me feel so stupid. A nice emmenthaler. Possibly. What? Hey, if you guys are painters, what would you paint? That was the wrong voice, but fuck it. I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time. I think I would focus. I don't know the accent. Hold on. I think I would focus. No, that's not it. I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like for example, luchadors. This game makes me feel so stupid. I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses, mostly boats. Really? Yeah. I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favour of a long history of religious imagery and artwork. What boats? What about you, Todger? Food, artistry, landscapes, tasteful nudes of the artist. I'm gonna pep myself naked. Art is a money-making business. I know what sells. My body arty. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Alright, boys, good art. Good art. Good. Hey! See you guys around, yeah? Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbours after all. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. What just happened? What just happened?
Welcome. You've got dads.
So that didn't count as a fucking date? What was the point? Is this the same ones? Yeah, I got the runs. It's the same shit. That didn't even count as a date. That was just a fucking side story. That was a side quest. Right, we're going on a third date with someone. Who will it be? I can't remember what. Oh my god, I gave Robert South African voice. I remember, and he's very. I gave Craig a very, like, Cockney, and Brian's Scottish. Brian's the hardest one. The Scottish is my hardest accent to do, so I'm gonna go on a date with Robert because he scares me in a really good way. they get pretty serious. You might not have time to browse that book for a while. Are you ready? Whoa. Okay, so third dates is like serious. So I thought you third dated everyone and then you have a fourth date with someone and it's like final. Maybe, who do I want? This is hard. So Craig is like my old college friend and he's really hot and he's really nice. Matt is sweet and he owns a coffee shop, but I feel like he's probably straight and I don't really see the point. Brian is a big old bear, but I don't want to do the accent. And he always one-ups me. He's a one-upman and I don't like that in someone. Robert scares the fuck out of me, so maybe not him. Damien and Hugo clearly have a thing going on and Joseph's married. So let's put it down to Craig. Craig is the one I've always wanted. Craig is the one I always have. We're going Craig. Yeah. No, we're going on with Craig. We're going with yeah. We're good. No, we're good. No. I'm not backing out of this. Craig is the one. Craig is the T. It took time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. Brokeback Mountain style. He always stays so busy with work and with the kids, but it's good to know that we would just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do it because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our national capital. Nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hey Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it finally zipped. Hey Pops, ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy zipped up and I'm good to go. How much did you pack? It seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all of my camera equipment, lenses, tripods, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Oh, what's that series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature, you know, roughing it, just me and Mother Nature, the old Madre de trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own? Yeah! Uh-huh. I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text you or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off the International Haunted House of Hunters. That's a fucking sentence, son of what I say out loud. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight on its stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the bag. Whoa! I just can't read. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it to the next door of her bedroom. She turns around to give me a big hug. Relax, Dadtron. Cringe saying that. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? Is she a klepto? Why is that a warning you'd give to your kid? Don't steal anything. Don't be a thief. Just have a good time. Is that a thing you just say to your child? Since you asked nicely, fine, I promise. You don't steal. Oh my god, damn, he's so fit. He's so hot. Oh, the purple eyes are everything. I step aside, holding my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. You're such a strong man. Don't you just such a gentleman? I almost had a case of the vapors there. Dick emojis! It's been so long since I've seen the dick emojis. Bam! Never fear. Proper cockney. Never fear. These muscles were made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Whew, I bet they are. Remember, this is our weekend to relax. Is it? Is it? Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Okay. Everything's good with Amanda? Yep. on her way to school trips to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? What about your offspring?
Oh.
Already at Smashes for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I fucking bet you are. Me too. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Oh no. What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No. It's just... just try to relax, man. Let the juicer flow away and take all of your worries and blend them into your pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? All I had on my place was a series of CDs that guide you through and throughout intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Take your pick. I thumb through page after page of kids sing-alongs. Fabulous. Is that Disney? Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find in the very last slot a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Cake Stands Mega Mix Volume 1. Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car stereo and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays and soon enough we're both happily scream singing the lyrics to each song when we fly down the highway. Something happened between him and him in the dorm room. I refuse to believe they did experiment in college with each other. So this is why he's meant to be with me. This song was Carl's favourite. I know his favourite song. Like, we're meant to be together. Carl, the third roommate. Oh no, Carl. Who the fuck's Carl? I don't know why I thought that was Craig. You bought that dog home one night and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent the entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough and sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Oh, okay, I see. And then we had a room inspection. The RA was so suspicious of us but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under the blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. Feels good to be back out here. Real good. Look how happy he is to be amongst the trees. We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks, otherwise I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything alright? Yep, just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all those murder sprints. I look around me and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there?
I don't know.
There's no reception out here. Yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognise a look of anxiety on Craig's face. But what if there's a problem? There won't be. You've trained for this. Reception is the least of our worries. There won't be. It'll be fine. Come on, bud. Who's a relaxed boy? He's not a dog, Todge. He's not a fucking dog.
Oh.
I don't know. Craig.
Oh.
I'm a relaxed boy. You get all flustered, are ya? Me too. That's my dude. This is weird. That was a weird interaction. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have signal. I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I gave him a reassurance punch on the shoulder. Just dead arm. Trying to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all, just focus on ourselves. For this little trip, no distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Craig looks at me directly in the eyes. Directly. Some weird ass noises going on outside of my window.
Oh.
No distraction, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods, sucking some dick, having some anal, all that good stuff, you know? We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite, and we're both glad to see that we're the only people out here. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. Seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. We don't know how to put a tent up. I mean, it looks alright. You made a little fucking camp ring with some rocks and shit. After 20 minutes... That did not take you 20 minutes. That would have taken me a whole hour. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. They're going to share a tent together. I'm so ready for this. I wouldn't put this up against a storeroom, but I think we'll be able to survive the night. I wanted him to have sex for so long in this game. Please. We set out a couple of chairs and cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Bro, look at us go. Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Verily. And look at our camping chairs, which we are going to sit on. So what's next to the camp extravaganza ducking? Sex? I mean, what? Steaks. Well, now that we have shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way that I'm sure we could hike to. Let's get hiking in my suit. Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me. Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt. What is it with me and butts? I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. Oh my god, squeeze it. Squeeze it! Slap it! Bite it! I think we're going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. Just laugh. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now too. Let us analyse. The puns are coming quick and fast. We need to have sex with each other. I analyse this tree further. Woo! Watch out! Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. Let's have sex. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high five. And kiss each other. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from our college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out. There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. Ooh, pretty. That's pretty. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of this place. We go to investigate. The old waterfall is gorgeous. Nature is so rad. What's wrong with me? Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off it like the old days. This old dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like you could climb right up there, right up over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins taking off his clothes. I've been waiting for this for so long. Craig immediately begins taking his clothes off. I'm gonna join you. Excuse me. Just to catch my breath. I can see you work out a lot, and it's really, you're good. You are good. ... Look at Gray's butt. Don't look at it. I can't help but sneak a peek. That is that's a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. I don't give a fuck. I do a lot of glute workouts. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Lord above. Okay. Dick emojis. Dick. This is gonna happen. Dick emojis. I immediately turn away, blushing. Oh, stop. You coming or what? Not yet. Not yet. But I'm sure I will. I mean, Yeah, I don't know about this, dude. Get naked! He already making his way over to the waterfall by this time. I finished my sentence. When he realises I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years. I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. Take your clothes off. You got it, Chief. Let's put on a show. Who needs pants anyway? Let's put on a show. If the clothes are coming off, then it's someone's birthday. Craig gives me the wolf whistle. I'm excited. Oh, I didn't get to get emojis, but still, I turn to give my booty a good spank. What is happening? Why? I waited for this for so long, but now that it's happening, I'm generally terrified. I turn to give my booty a good spank. That's one for you, big boy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and onto the tiny lake. It seems so much higher from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college that I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Why am I still wearing the suit? I want to see myself naked. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from the water. We can still have sex with him, it's fine. Whoa! He treads water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock, the water looks so far away. Don't think, just jump. I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. Ow, that must have fucking hurt. I surface to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop as a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water. Craig, stop it. Stop, I guess. Stop it. Are you sure about that? Go splash him again. The flirting. I'm sure, bitch. Splash me back, I dare you. You giving me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. Have I? Have I? What? I mean, what a shame. Sounds like I shouldn't have done that. How dare I awaken the beast? Dear Lord, can we get to the sex? He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Oh wait, don't put a wild animal in the corner. Squirt water at him with your hands, hammer fist, dunk him. We're dunking him. I lunge for Craig and manage to get him in an arm lock. Time for the finishing move. I summon all of my dad strength to lift Craig out of the water. Hey! And I drop him down with the splash. Craig bounces back out of the water. Bro! My turn. Oh no, it seems like Craig was simply allowing me to pick him up and dunk him. He grapples me with his clearly superior muscles and quite literally tosses me across the water. I emerge from the water devastated. You think I did all those pull-ups just so I could look good with my shirt off? Nah, brah. These arm cannons are dad launchers. I enjoyed it. Dick emojis. Dick emojis. Craig does a playful flex for me. I'm getting all hot and bothered. Damn. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? I'll race you to the top. I've had enough excitement for. I'm gonna race him. I'm not gonna stop. We run all the way fuck me, all the way up the slip rocks and cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form, that one. Wanna go again? You know it, bitch. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water. Man, this is fun. Got one more in you. I live for danger. It takes us my phone's ringing. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and both do our best running jumps into the water below. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should get going back before it gets too dark. Are you kidding? I never felt more alive. No, he's right. We need to get back to the warmth of the tent.
Oh.
We should probably head back. Yes, please! Yes, please! Although this would be a perfect set in to have our first fuck. Like, this is lovely. I would have sex here. We go to put our clothes back on and notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. I'm really impatient. Why is this not happening yet? Ooh. The crickets. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tinfoil.
Oh.
Are you ready for a feast? Bitch, I've been ready since day one to feast upon whatever you have to offer. Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now. I remember how his entire sophomore year... Sophomore? Is that how it's spelt? Fuck, I had no idea. Sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing this thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure. Let me just grab my matches. Craig, he's still semi-naked. Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Butt plug, lube, poppers, matches. Found it.
I don't know.
I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star could do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. Craig has plenty of wood for you. You just have to ask nicely. I gesture to the trees around us and down to your crutch and off. Can I have some wood?
Oh, man.
There's no shortage of that. No, there is not. No, I can see there's not any shortage of it. You have an eyebrow slit like me. We could be together. And some Tinder. Tinder? What's happening? What's happening? It's too much for me. I'm getting very excited.
Oh.
We can make that work. Oh, can't we? And then I think some ancient aliens, and they're supposed to come by and give us advanced technology or renovate our house. It depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials that could possibly conceptually make a possible looking campfire. Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quickly. I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Anyway, any way I can help? Give me some moral support, lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. You can do it. Never knew a better Craig. Go overboard with compliments. Always go for the middle, just to be safe. In all my days, in all my days, I can confidently say that I have never known a Craig to be better friend, father, or fire maker. Oh, it's not dick emojis. Oh, that's patronising. Actually, now that I think about it, I knew a guy named Craig in high school who ended up getting a job as a professional pyrotechnics operator, but I suppose he must have been pretty good at starting fire. But I bet you're even better than that guy.
Oh.
Why would you say that? Bro, why would you say that? Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Well done, babe. Way to go, man. We're regular old Aldotty fellas. Hooray for not dying. I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and sets the makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I am able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Sounds great. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I've ever saw him getting into college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with a beer instead of milk. I grew up, I guess. Oh. Well, fucking fair. I can see that. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks into a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away. Oh, bitch. Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavourful that way. Soaks the liquid and juice back up. You know. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Is that all you're eyeing? Because I would not just be eyeing the steaks. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He plates it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Sounds fucking delicious. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. Everything tastes alright? I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. That could have been taken so many different ways. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to do that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humour in it. I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby face. There's something about his expression that makes him seem much older than he is. A sense of maturity. He didn't have that in college. He looks exhausted. You're putting me off him, man. Stop. You okay? Oh. Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down. I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy. Man. I have to for my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mum, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way. That I don't want to fall into my habits. And I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Fair? But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it. Alright, Craig, buddy. I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too. I do! Though, I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know? It's a good analogy. Bro. What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you can care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everyone else. You matter too. It's just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm doing right by them. This is so much reading this episode. My mouth hurts. Ugh. Okay.
I don't know.
But I can't explain it, man. There's always this voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me that I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Craig, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you'd still deserve happiness. Man. Do I though? Yes? Dick emojis. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and an even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes you want to be a better person. He's a really great guy. I picked the right one. If you could only see yourself the way I see you. Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies. Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use the camphor to torch the tops of some creme brulee? What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows. Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to completely blacken the marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey centre is preserved. Brutish. As a British person, I have no fucking idea how to make s'mores, because we don't do that. I don't even know what it is. It isn't like graham crackers, marshmallows and chocolate, and you just flame it on a stick. Craig throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my mouth. Pro move. Thank you. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against the wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire watching the embers float up towards the sky. The stars are so much more brighter out here. Yeah. I miss this, Dodger. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from the college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. This is it. This is the moment. This is the perfect moment with you. We crawl into the tent and I unfold my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? Where's the other sleeping bag, Craig? Where the fuck is it? I look around for a second one. Oh my god. Oh no, I must have left it. Oh no, I must have left it at home. What a tragedy. What an accident. What a mistake. I did not mean to do that. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just curl up over here. No way. Here. Let me spoon you. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for us both to lay on top of it. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other without a blanket. It's really cold. You must use your bodies for warmth. I shiver, and without realising it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. Without realising it, you fucking liar. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck. Oh my god, this is the way everything starts. I've been in this situation. We all have. And I can picture it. I can feel the breath. It kind of makes me cringe a little bit, but I can feel it. I turn over trying to get more comfortable. I've opened my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from mine. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open, his hand finds a place on my waist. Oh my god, this is it. This is it. I've waited so long. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. Yes! Yes, yes. I have waited for them to kiss for so long. I've never been so excited for a game in my life. Suddenly we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig.
Oh, man.
Strings feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. I'm actually so excited for them. This is the cutest moment of my life. Bro, me too. I rub my hands through his hair, then down his chest. Craig's really close around his arms around me. I feel so secure. Oh my god. I run my hands through his hair, then down his hair, down to his chest. I can't even read. We're gonna try that again in my most dramatic voice. I run my hands through his hair and then down his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. Do you mean the cannonballing or do you mean anal sex? I smile, tracing the lines of his hips with my finger. Oh my god, that's the best thing. The V line. I smile, tracing the lines of his hips with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Neither am I. What?
Wow. That was an amazing date.
I'm sorry. Is that all you're giving me? You're only giving me that? What do you mean? Get these back on. I can't see. So, I'm sorry. Did I get an S rank for sex? Because I didn't see any. All I got was kissing and hip rubbing, which was enough for me. I'm very flustered. I want more. I want more. But we finally kissed Craig, and we definitely had sex in that tent. Oh my god! What a great day. What happens now? Do you go back? Do you go back to dad book and date other men? Because I don't know if I want to date other men. I'm assuming now that you don't date any other men, which is fine, because I just want to date Craig. But I'm unsure of what happens more in this game. I guess we're gonna have to see in the next episode. That's all I've ever wanted, was that moment right there. I'm very satisfied. I feel good. I'm good for another year. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna leave this another year till I come back again, I promise. Can't believe I left it a whole year. Ridiculous. Yeah, so we had a date with Craig and it went really well. Them cannonball skills, cannonball skills, not cannibal. We didn't. That wasn't the steak we were eating. It wasn't human. He was impressed by my, you know, the fact that I wasn't scared to jump off the cliff, and you know, I could feel his breath on the nape of my neck and all that shit. Oh, that was great. I've wanted Craig for so long. In the next episode, I guess we'll find out whether we stay with him or whether we date other men still. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for coming and seeing me today. I really appreciate it. This is the best episode ever. Remember to push on those little buttons at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you lovely, beautiful people in the next one. Bye, 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 bye. I want a Craig in my life. Please! Make him into a real human and bring him to me. Thank you.